Hey lads, lasses, and everyone in between, it's me, Naro. Today I'm going to be doing something a bit different. Normally I do, gaming uploads, and, very occasionally I do something music related, playing Song of Storms for Australia, or, Song of Healing or whatever, or even the goddamn Dragon Roost Island experiment. Speaking of that, I'm going to, be starting work on the, remake of that, but it's actually going to be good this time, I promise. Um, anyway, today I'm going to be ranting about something, right? I'm I'm normally a pretty chill guy, so when I'm ranting about something, I'm like disturbed. So last week, Pokemon had a direct where they talked about, I don't remember what it was about, but I remember they revealed Pokemon Snap. Well, that's what it was about. Pokemon Smile, and then there was what the fuck is it? My Pokemon Cafe, and then they said tune in next week for a special reveal. As if it was going to be some main Pokemon game, right? Well, I wait a week. I'm hype. I play the DLC. I beat it. Rant on that in a bit. And you know what happened? Like, okay, if you haven't seen the direct, don't. It ain't worth it. It really isn't. I got there like an hour after they posted it, right? And there was already like 100,000 dislikes to like 39 likes or 39,000 likes. That's a bad ratio already. That they fucked up. So they briefly mention my Pokemon Cafe, saying I believe it was released today, and after that they had their they had a reveal for I don't even remember what the fuck it's called, like Pokemon Unite or some shit. And I see this and I think, oh, it's a new Pokemon game. Well, it is. And they go into detail with it because they show that, if you remember back in 2016 when they revealed, was it 2016? No, 2015 or 2016 when they revealed Sun and Moon. They had this thing going through all the generations of Pokemon, and then they revealed the new one, TM. Well, they did something similar with this, so I was expecting, holy shit, they're already going to release a new game? Well, no. This is a mobile game, and it's, half the comments were saying, so we're getting Pokemon League of Legends, basically. And I don't know how accurate that is. I haven't played League of Legends, but all I know is, like, this was not something you needed to hype up. If Pokemon Go didn't get its own direct, don't quote me on that, by the way, but I'm pretty sure it didn't get anywhere near this much attention. They just said it was out and that you could do these things with it, right? But this, like, how is this any different than my Pokemon Cafe? It's not. And, I spent the entire time waiting for the real reveal, right? Only to get to the end of it going, really, was that it? And it kind of just pissed me off. Like, Pokemon's just fallen from glory. I love the series to death, but, like, I don't know how I could stand behind, like, you read the comments and all of them are like, nobody asked for this. Like, nobody wants this. And they can't pull an Apple going, you don't know what you want, because we do. We know exactly what we want here. We want Diamond and Pearl remakes. We did finally get a new Pokemon Snap. That's coming soon. But we did not want more Pokemon mobile games. We have Pokemon Go, there's a few others, I just can't remember them. But, we've got plenty of Pokemon mobile games. And, like, this, like, it's a real-time strategy game. Well, what the fuck? Like, if I want to play a real-time strategy game, I don't think Pokemon. I think Pokemon is you take your time playing 4D chess with your opponent right there. Not really 4D chess, but, you've got to, like, it's something you slow down and think about. And I'm pretty sure they said somewhere in there's not going to be any, there aren't like there's no super effective moves or something like that. And it's just I wanted to make this earlier, but I've been busy all day. On the good news, I bought an ocarina. I learned a couple songs. I might play that for y'all sometime. Just not here. And, Pokemon has been on a lot of people's shit list this year. Because, I'll get on to my next topic here. The fucking DLC. I love the DLC. But it would work so much better as, the post-game content that you don't have to pay for. I paid $30 for that shit, and I beat it in 6 hours. I shouldn't be able to do that. And, it's like, the Diglets just feel like, the Koroks in, Breath of the Wild. Cool, that's not my thing. The Koroks, you had to do cool puzzles to find. Diglets, you just accidentally run over them shits and they appear. And, there's that problem that people are having with it, and I'm really hoping I forgot the name of it. I'm kind of forgetful, but I'm really hoping that the next games are, or the next DLC is longer, better, and has more content, because the way they advertise this, the way I remember them advertising this shit was they made it seem like it was an entire new region, almost. And it's not. It's fucking open world, and I love that. But other than that, it's really? I paid for this? Why wasn't this part of the game? That's my only problem with it. I mean, it kind of reminds me of the Sevi Isles from Pokemon Leaf Green and Fire Red. But you had to pay for those were part of the game, and those were hella cool. I love the Sevi Isles. It took me a while to realize that was not, that wasn't in the original games, because I never actually, confession, I started with Pokemon, Pokemon Yellow and Leaf Green were my two first games. I never beat Yellow. I would always get stuck because I was an idiot. But I beat Leaf Green and got sent to the Sevi Isles and shit, and I thought that was the coolest thing. I didn't realize that all these Pokemon were, from Johto and shit. So I thought they were just more Pokemon from Kanto. So when I played, what was it? Let's Go, I half expected those to be there, but they weren't. I went off on a tangent there. But yeah, the DLC feels just like the Sevi Isles, but you had to pay for this. And I don't like that. I love the DLC, though. Don't get me wrong, it's incredibly fun. But, the other thing Pokemon did this year that pissed a lot of people, that pissed a lot of people off, was no national decks, right? That's fine, right? I don't care, right? Well, I went to transfer my team from my original Leaf Green team, right? I go to transfer them all the way up because I'm wanting to do another playthrough of Leaf Green. So I go through all that mess. I get them all up to my Pokemon Bank, and then I send them up to Pokemon Home and shit. And I go to send them all in, and my team is a Charizard, a Lapras, Persian, Executor, what the fuck else do I have on that thing? Dodrio, and what's the other one? God damn it. And Jolteon. So I go to send them all. I can get everybody but the fucking Dodrio. Doduo is one of my favorite Pokemon ever. On my desk right here, I've got a little Doduo figurine. That tells you how much I like Doduo. It's just, I fucking love Doduo. So that pissed me off. And it's not like they don't already have these models in an HD Pokemon game on the Switch. With Pokemon Let's Go, they have all 151 Pokemon from Kanto there, plus Meltan and whatever the fuck. I don't know anything about that shit. But they have all of those Pokemon. And they're not even, how hard would that have been to do? I mean, I'm not a programmer. I've tried to get into it, but, I just don't always have time. But, no national decks. forced DLC, overhyping a mobile game that nobody wanted. Like, Pokemon, what the fuck happened to you? Like, there was a time when, it was, there was a time when Pokemon was, you knew it was going to be quality. You knew you were getting a complete game with everything included. You'd be able to play with your Pokemon. I mean, with the exception of Gen 3, you couldn't play with your past Pokemon. But you could always take your Pokemon up to the newest games until Let's Go. And people, like, excuse Let's Go because, oh, it's just a kid's first adventure through Kanto. You know, kind of like how Leaf Green and Fire Red were supposed to be. And people excuse those games because, when we get Pokemon for a real Pokemon game for the Switch, it's going to be a lot better. It's going to have a national dex. We're going to be able to use everything. And then we got them, and we didn't get a national dex. We weren't able to do everything we were wanting to do. It's a sad day when the previous generation has more Pokemon than the next one, like, in total. That's not good. I mean, granted, there are over 1,000 Pokemon now, I think. I don't know. I lost count after Sun and Moon. I never played those games. But there's a ton of Pokemon. And it's like most people weren't using a lot of them. And they took the highlights and shit. But, like, someone tell me why Roggenrola is in that game, but fucking Dodrio isn't. You're telling me Roggenrola is more popular than Dodrio? Like, what the fuck? Well, I'm pissed off. If you couldn't tell, I needed to get this off my shoulders. I don't like sharing my opinion on issues like this, but I was genuinely pissed off by this. Hopefully I didn't, like, piss anybody off with this opinion. This is mine. If y'all have, like, a different opinion, please feel free to share it in the comment section below. Anyway, I've been Naro. I'm gonna sign out. I've ranted for long enough. So, I'll see y'all next time. Peace.